Negotiation is an integral part of every DUI case. The basic premise is rather straightforward. We want to negotiate to an improved result. We have to improve your case. Now, negotiation is a bit of an art form, which does sound a little bit pretentious, and honestly requires really years and years of practice to improve. For example, I'm a far better negotiator now than I was 25 years ago. Now, here are some of the things that I look for to help my clients with negotiation. First, and most importantly, the facts of your case. For example, if you were stopped because you had a headlight out, you were cooperative, and your BAC is, for example, around 0.09, then these facts support a reduction from DUI, presuming you have no prior DUI or related criminal history. On the other hand, if you're involved in the accident or had a child in the car or a firearm in the car, or you weren't cooperative, refused the breath test, or if your breath test was high, meaning over 0.15, it is likely that the government will be far less willing to consider a reduction from DUI. Second, criminal history. As I alluded to, if you have no criminal history, this makes negotiation far easier. If you have a prior DUI, well, this makes the case much harder to negotiate. I'm often asked if a prior DUI makes a case twice as hard to negotiate. No, it makes it 10 times more difficult to negotiate. Third, legal defenses. Okay, well, sometimes we do not have facts that help us. If your BAC is, for example, around 0.13 or higher, you will not get a simple reduction. That BAC is just too high in most courts for that desired reduction. Therefore, we need legal defenses. Now, there are many potential legal defenses, but we're looking for legal issues in, for example, the way you were contacted or stopped, probable cause to arrest, and the breath testing or blood process. If we're able to locate a solid legal defense, then we try and use this to negotiate your case to a better result. Okay, well, what if we don't have any good legal defenses? And yeah, this does happen a lot. Well, we just don't give up. Negotiating isn't just about finding something and then hoping it works. The truth is sometimes it doesn't work. And that's when we have to get creative. Now, this is probably a separate video, but in times like this, I try to barter with the prosecutor. Now, it might be giving up something to get something. So giving up something might be more jail, in other words, more home detention most likely, community service, or more probation. But whatever we can do to get a better result is worth exploring. However, and ultimately, it does have to make sense for you. Yet another important part of negotiating is telling a story. And this is part of every negotiation. Look, sometimes bad things happen to good people, and we want to share with the prosecutor important and compelling information about you. For example, have you had some difficult times recently? Or will this charge of DUI cause you severe consequences? Now, sometimes this information can make a difference in the outcome of your case, and honestly, sometimes it doesn't make any difference. But negotiating is about trying everything we can to get a better result, and you just never know. The human element can sometimes be the difference between success and failure, and is always worth trying. Okay, and finally, relationships. It is, at least in the smaller counties, so not King County perhaps, but most other counties, really important to have relationships with prosecutors. If the prosecutor knows your lawyer, trusts him or her, respects them, and even likes them, then the chance of a better deal is more real.